Let's start off today's. It's echoing. Hello. Mic check. So we'll start off today's afternoon with a beautiful video received from Satish Kamath, who's currently sailing on board.
Happy Seafarers Day to one and all. And we are reporting live from MT Harvest, which is at Mundra. And myself, Satish Kamath, POMMD Kandla. I happen to be on board for an FSI inspection. And today being the Seafarers Day, I am celebrating the Seafarers Day with the Captain, Chief Engineer, and the Superintendent, and the entire crew of MT Harvest. So we are all wishing you a very, very happy Seafarers Day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
On behalf of the National Maritime Day Celebration Central Committee and the Director General of Shipping, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India, I extend a very warm welcome to all the distinguished guests, maritime professionals, seafarers, cadets, representatives of shipping companies, maritime training institutes, and members of the maritime fraternity gathered here today. We are assembled to celebrate the Day of the Seafarer 2026, a day dedicated to honoring the men and women who keep global trade moving across oceans, often under challenging and demanding conditions. This year's theme, Carrying World Trade, Carrying the Risk, reminds us of immense responsibility shouldered by seafarers and the sacrifices they make to sustain international commerce and global connectivity. I warmly welcome our chief guest, Shri Sushil Man Singh Kopte, IPS, Additional Director General of Shipping, to the celebration of the Day of the Seafarers. Sir, we welcome you. Sir, could we have you on the dais? Sir, could we have you on the dais, please? Captain Abdul Kalam Azad, sir, Nautical Advisor, Director General of Shipping. We welcome you, sir. Dr. Sudhir Kohagde, IRS, Deputy Director General of Shipping and Member Secretary NMDC. Shri S.M. Rai, sir, Treasurer, NMDC Committee. Captain Somraj, Chairman, NMDC Organizing Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear cadets, to commence today's program on a patriotic note, we shall now present the national song Vande Mataram. May I request everyone to please kindly rise and pay respect to our nation.
Say
Thank you. Please be seated. We shall now proceed with the traditional lighting of the lamp and Saraswati Vandana, symbolizing wisdom, knowledge, and enlightenment. The ceremonial lamp signifies the triumph of knowledge over ignorance and inspires us to continue illuminating lives through service and dedications. I request our dignitaries to please come forward for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. Today, as we gather to celebrate the International Day of Seafarer, we also pause to reflect on the immense sacrifices made by those who serve at sea. The maritime profession demands courage, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to duty. In recent times, the conflict and security challenges in the Gulf region have reminded us the seafarers often work in difficult and unpredictable circumstances, far from their homes and loved ones. With profound sorrow and deep respect, we remember the Indian seafarers who lost their lives while serving at sea during the recent crisis in the Gulf. Their dedication to their profession and their contribution to keeping the global trade moving will never be forgotten. As a mark of respect and gratitude for their service and sacrifice, I request everyone present here to kindly rise and observe 2 minutes of silence in their memory. May their souls rest in peace and may their families find strength and solace. Thank you so much. Kindly be seated. I now request Dr. Sudhir Kohagade, IRS Deputy Director General of Shipping and Member Secretary NMDC, Central Committee, to kindly welcome our Chief Guest, Shri Sushil Mansingh Kopde, IPS, Additional Director General of Shipping, by presenting a bouquet of flowers. Thank you, sir. I again request Dr. Sudhir Kohagde, IRS Deputy Director General of Shipping and Member Secretary NMDC, to welcome Captain Abdul Kalam Azad, Nautical Advisor, Director General of Shipping, by presenting a bouquet of flowers. Thank you, sir. I now request Shri Sanjeev Mehra, Member NMDC Organizing Committee, to welcome Dr. Sudhir Kohagde, IRS Deputy Director General of Shipping and Member Secretary NMDC Central Committee. I again request Shri Sanjeev Mehra, Member NMDC Organizing Committee, to welcome Captain Som Raj, Chairman NMDC Organizing Committee. Sanjeev sir, I will request you once again to please welcome Shri S.M. Rai sir, Treasurer NMDC Central Committee and the convener. Thank you, sir. To formally welcome this august gathering, I now invite Shri S.M. Rai sir, Treasurer and Convener NMDC Central Committee, to deliver the welcome address.
Namaskar. Honorable dignitaries, on and off the dais, distinguished guests, respected members of the maritime fraternity, esteemed seafarers, cadets, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm and good afternoon to every one of you. It gives me immense pleasure and a great sense of pride to welcome you all to the celebration of the Day of the Seafarer 2026, organized by the National Maritime Day Celebration Central Committee. And at the outset, I extend a very warm and cordial welcome to our distinguished dignitaries, whose gracious presence has added immense value and prestige to today's celebration. Today we gather to honor the true heroes of global commerce, the seafarers whose unwavering dedication, professionalism, and resilience ensured that the wheels of international trade continues to move very smoothly. Every day, thousands of Indian seafarers sail across the world's oceans, often facing unpredictable weather, prolonged separation from their families, security threats, and operational challenges. Yet they continue to serve with remarkable commitment and courage. This year's global theme, Carrying World Trade, Carrying the Risk, is both very timely and meaningful. It reminds us that while nearly 90% of global trade is transported by sea, behind every voyage is a seafarer who shoulders immense responsibility and faces significant risk to keep the world connected. Today's program has also been thoughtfully designed to pay tribute to the maritime community, and we have observed a solemn moment of silence also in memory of the brave seafarers who lost their lives during the recent Gulf crisis, reflecting our deepest respect for their sacrifice and their dedication. The program lined up ahead includes inspiring messages from the Honorable Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Secretary of Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, and the Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization. We shall also hear addresses from eminent leaders of the maritime sector, witness the felicitation of meritorious seafarers and female cadets, and a release of an NMDC souvenir. Participate in an engaging seminar during the course of today's function on this year's theme, and enjoy cultural performance presented by members of the seafaring community. On behalf of the National Maritime Day Central Committee, I express our sincere gratitude to the Director General of Shipping, the Shipping Corporation of India, the Seafarers Welfare Fund Society, MASA, maritime institutions, shipping companies, maritime association, and all the stakeholders whose continued support make functions and celebrations like this possible. I also extend my heartfelt appreciation to every seafarer and their families. While ship traverse the ocean, it is the strength, resilience, and sacrifice of seafarers and their loved ones that keep the maritime industry moving forward. As we celebrate this special occasion, let us also reaffirm our collective commitment to enhancing the safety, welfare, dignity, and professional growth of every seafarer, recognizing their invaluable contribution to our nation and to the world. With these words, I once again extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you, guests, participants, and esteemed dignitaries. I wish you all an enriching, inspiring, and memorable celebration today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I would now request Dr. Sudhir Kohagde, IRS Deputy Director General of Shipping and Member Secretary NMDC, for the ceremonial pinning of the badge. I would request him to do the honors for all our dignitaries. I would now request Sri S.M. Rai sir for the pinning of the badge for Dr. Sudhir Kohagde. Thank you, sir. We now have the honor of receiving a special message from Shri Vijay Kumar, IAS Secretary, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. May I request everyone to kindly move your eyes towards the video, please. You all want to sit down? Okay, sir. Yeah, you can take the first row. You all can? Yeah. You can be seated. No issues.
Namaskar. I am pleased to learn that the National Maritime Day Celebrations Committee, under the aegis of the Navy Shipping, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India, is celebrating the Day of the Seafarer 2026 on 25th June. Friends, this occasion it provides us an opportunity to recognize the invaluable contribution of seafarers who remain the backbone of global trade and commerce. More than 80% of world trade is transported by sea. And behind every voyage stand a team of dedicated seafarers ensuring the safe and efficient movement of essential goods, food, fuel, medicines, and raw material across the world. This year's campaign underscores the importance of creating a maritime culture where every seafarer feels safe, respected, valued, and protected. It reminds us of our collective responsibility to uphold dignity, equality, and well-being at sea. The celebration assumes special significance in today's global environment. Geopolitical tensions, regional conflicts, disruptions to shipping routes, and maritime security challenges have increased the demands on the maritime sector. Despite these difficulties, our seafarers they continue to demonstrate exceptional courage, professionalism, and resilience, ensuring that global supply chains remain strong and uninterrupted. We salute these silent heroes whose service sustains the world economy. India is committed to strengthening its maritime sector through transformative initiatives such as Maritime India Vision 2030, Maritime Amrita Vision 2047, Sagarwala, Green Port initiatives, and world-class maritime infrastructure development. At the same time, focused efforts are being made to enhance the welfare, training, safety, and employment opportunities of Indian seafarers. As we mark the Day of the Seafarer 2026, let us reaffirm our collective commitment to creating workplaces based on respect, dignity, and inclusivity. We must work together to eliminate harassment and discrimination, support mental well-being, and ensure equal opportunities for every seafarer, regardless of gender and background. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all seafarers and their families for their dedication, sacrifice, and invaluable service to the nation and the world. Jai Hind. Thank you.
We are delighted to receive a special message from Mr. Arsenio Dominguez, Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, IMO. The IMO continues to champion the welfare, safety, and rights of seafarers worldwide.
Day of the Seafarer, we recognize the millions of seafarers around the world who keep global trade moving every single day. Behind everything we rely on, from food, fuel, medicine, and everyday goods, are people working at sea, often far from home and family. This year's theme, Carrying the World Trade, Carrying the Risks, feels especially significant. Across the world, too many seafarers are sailing through areas affected by conflict and geopolitical tension. Many face long periods at sea, uncertainty about when they will return home, and limited communication with their families, all while operating in dangerous water. Seafarers should never become unintended victims of wider geopolitical conflict, whether in the Red Sea, the Black Sea, the Strait of Hormuz, or other challenging regions. We must remember that every ship carries more than cargo. It carries people. People with families waiting for them at home, spending long months at sea in isolation, fatigue, and the stress of operating in unpredictable conditions while continuing to deliver the goods, energy, and supplies that the whole world rely upon. To all seafarers, thank you. It may not always seem like that, but let me reiterate that your safety and welfare remain our highest priority. And today, I invite seafarers everywhere to share your experiences, the realities of life at sea, the challenges you face, and the moments that define your work. Join the conversation using hashtag Day of the Seafarer. To everyone else, take a moment today to recognize the people behind global trade, the seafarers who keep the world moving.
With this, it is now my privilege to invite Captain Somra, Chairman NMDC Organizing Committee, to deliver his address.
distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, member of the maritime fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, wish you a happy Seafarers Day and good afternoon. If the world's supermarkets are stocked, industries are running, and homes are lit today, it is because somewhere in every ocean a seafarer is at work. Please remember this. Today we gather to honor those who quietly keep global nation moving, men and women who connect nations, sustain economies, keep the wheels of commerce turning, often at great personal risk. It is indeed a great honor to address you all on the Day of the Seafarer 2026, which is a celebration of as well as a tribute to the courage, strength, and dedication of our seafarers. The world rarely sees them, yet every day the world depends on them. It is ships and seafarers that keep the world moving. This year's theme, everybody have spoken and told, but this is the theme which is said timely. This proverb is said timely, so I will not repeat this, which is already taken care of by my this thing. Today, seafarers face more complex risks than ever before, in addition to occupational hazards and accidents on board. Shipping, being the backbone of international trade, is increasingly getting caught in the crossfire of regional tension, leading to piracy, armed robbers at sea, cyber threats, war, and the geopolitical risks. The ongoing conflict in the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz has once again demonstrated the essential role of played by merchant shipping and seafarers in sustaining the global economy. The IMO has confirmed multiple attacks on commercial vessels and seafarers' fraternity in and around the Strait of Hormuz, while thousands of seafarers have at times remained stranded and awaiting safe passages. When the conflict began on 28th of February 26, around 24 Indian flag vessels carrying over 650 Indian seafarers, the number may not be that accurate, especially the seafarers, but I am just taking the approximation, so please forgive me for that. So many have got stranded. That is the day from 28th February this conflict started. The Strait of Hormuz accounts for 1/5 of the supply of global energy, and India's energy security remains closely linked to the Gulf region that we all are aware of. With nearly 50 to 55% of our crude oil imports from there. Further, India buys about 2/3 of gas, that is LNG or LPG supply, from Qatar, UAE, and Oman. A substantial portion of these supplies are imported by ships through the Strait of Hormuz. The situation caused delays for multiple ships carrying essential cargo, including crude, oil, and gas, which are critical in India energy supply chain. When missiles and drones flying overhead, the courage and dedication shown by our seafarer are beyond words, and our country, government, and military appreciate their strength and unwavering commitment. Through the sustained coordination efforts by Ministry of Port Shipping and Waterways, Indian Navy, Director General of Shipping, Indian flag vessels have started transit the Hormuz with SCI gas carrier Shivalik and Nanda Devi being the first ones who transit the region safely. Both vessels arrived on the west coast of India on 14th March 2026. Since the signing of this MOU with US and Iran on 17th of June 26, around 11 India-bound vessels have transit through the Strait of Hormuz. The number have more decreased there now. Ships have come out. As on date, this is all approximation only. I'm just whatever data I have got. 10 Indian flag vessels are still in the Persian Gulf region. Every vessel that reaches our shore safely is a testament to the courage and professionalism of our seafarer. As rightly said by our Honorable Minister, Port of Shipping and Waterways, seafarers are silent soldiers of our nation. Our ministry is working closely with the concerned agencies to ensure the safety of Bharat seafarer and energy supply routes. The Government of India is giving the highest priority to protect the country's maritime interests. The Ministry, through the Director General of Shipping, remains in continuous coordination with the Ministry of External Affairs, Indian Mission Abroad, shipping companies, and other relevant stakeholders to ensure the safety and welfare of Indian seafarers and provide all necessary assistance. It has also facilitated the safe repatriation of more than 3,600 Indian seafarers so far. DG Shipping Control Room has received many calls and emails. I will just read out this again maybe approximation, around 13,000 calls and around 30,000 emails from seafarers, their families, and many maritime stakeholders since this activation of 28th February. As has been rightly pointed out by His Excellency Secretary General of IMO, mariners must never be victims of geopolitical conflict. Just now our Honorable Secretary has said this, IMO Secretary. Government and industry have a responsibility to support and protect seafarers by upholding labor standards, respecting international laws, and ensuring sailors everywhere remain safe from harm. History has shown us that maritime operations face many risks like accident, pollution, insurance, many are, or cleaning up and expenses for all those. Piracy, armed robbery, shipping for more than 2000, and it is still continuing in many parts of the world, which is a serious threat. And we all know COVID-19 was one of the greatest challenge faced by our seafarers. Over 4 lakh seafarers got stuck on board, and in turn, same number could not join the ships because they could not be relieved. Since the onset of attacks in the Red Sea in 2023, around more than 170 commercial vessels have been attacked. Several ships have been sunk, damaged, and multiple seafarers have lost their lives. To avoid these dangers, what companies did, hundreds of ships have been rerouted through Cape of Good Hopes, greatly increasing voyage days, global shipping and trade disturbing, arising from the Red Sea crisis, have imposed billions of dollars in addition cost on the maritime industry and world economy. Yet, despite these dangers, ship continues to sail. Because when world trade is at risk, seafarers do not step backward, they step forward. The maritime industry is entering a new phase towards the goal achieving net zero and greenhouse gas emission 2050. The IMO's GHG strategy is an important step. But for all these things, apart from that digitalization, then alternative fuel, but for this also our seafarer has to be trained, and they play the major role. India's vision under maritime MIV 2030 seeks to enhance India's share the global seafaring 20% and beyond, positioning India as a leading supplier of skilled manpower, maritime manpower, because we have got young generation, around 60% of people in our country are under the age of 35, so we are lucky. We have to only pick them up and train them and put them at the right place and right time. The government of India has a vision to position the country as a global shipbuilding hub, aligned with broader goals of Atmanirbhar Bharat and Viksit Bharat. India aims to emerge among the top 10 nations by 2030 and top 5 by 2047 in both shipbuilding as well as ship owning. Again, however, the journey toward this Viksit Bharat will not be completed on land alone. It will charted across our ocean by the skill, courage, and commitment of our seafarers. To all seafarers sailing across distant oceans, often away from their families and loved ones, we convey our deepest gratitude and highest respect. My message to all seafarers: more than cargo, you carry economies, you carry nations. You are the brand ambassador of our nation. And above all, you carry the hopes and aspiration of billions. On the day of Seafarer, let us salute the courage, honor their sacrifices, and renew our commitment to the welfare and well-being of seafarers. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Navik, Jai Maharashtra. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are honored to have with us today Shri Sushil Mansingh Kopte, IPS Additional Director General of Shipping, whose guidance and leadership have greatly contributed to the advancement of India's maritime administration. May I request sir to kindly deliver his address. Please welcome him.
Good afternoon, all. The esteemed dignitaries who are present here, Captain Azad, Captain Darokar, Captain Somraj, Shri Rai, Captain Nitin Mukesh, Dr. Kokade, ex-chairman of SCI, and all the stakeholders who are from ship owning companies, RPSLs, cadets, and all others who are present here. This is a very pious occasion on which we have gathered, that is the Seafarers' Day. Every year we celebrate it. I must congratulate NMDC first, that they are doing it every year. Most of the National Maritime Days, they are organizing it with the same fervor. Now let me come to the seafarers. In fact, I was attending one conference. There it was said, one of the speakers, he talked about that when he went to a medical shop for a simple medicine of costing around 150 rupees or so it was not available. So he was very angry, it's not available, what's happening? But when he went deep into it, it was being produced into some European countries, one of the European countries, and from there it was shipped to India, and from there it came to that particular medicine shop. In our day-to-day life, we get most of the things easily every day or whenever required, especially in this nowadays through Blinkit or so many other platforms, we get it within 15 days at our doorsteps. But we don't know that behind this there are so many people for maintaining this supply chain and logistics. So this particular supply chain, for maintaining the supply chain, the major part is by shipping. The major part is through the ship, which is being taken from that country wherever it is produced to us. So for maintenance of the supply chain, our shipping and of course the seafarers, they play a very, very important role. We have seen this in recent times, especially after this geopolitical situation arise. After that, we have seen the crisis in LPG to certain extent, crisis in some other commodities. That time people came to know about there is some Strait of Hormuz somewhere in the world. Most of the people who are not connected with this industry, they came to know about there is one SOH which is near Iran, and from there ships are coming, and our seafarers, they are carrying so much of risk, and by taking so much of risk, they are bringing those commodities to India and we are consuming it. So one thing I must say, first of all, let us salute to those seafarers. We are taking so much of risk. And another thing is, this should be known to everybody. Now this is known to the group of people over here or our stakeholders or who are connected to our shipping industry. But apart from them, outside world, they don't know really much about it. That's why the slogan was Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, but I must say it should be appended with Jai Navik as well. Because that is really very, very important, because For one day, suppose you don't get whatever fruits you like or maybe whatever commodities you need, your whole day will be disturbed. But really you don't know that how much efforts, how much of risk, by taking that risk our seafarers, they are bringing it closer to your doors. So what a seafarer requires actually, what he needs, he is taking this much of risk. So as institutions, as companies, as the supporting organization, we must, all of us, in fact all the citizens of India must stand behind them. So what they need, the first and foremost is safety and security. So what DGS is doing, in fact the present crisis, after that crisis we had a quick response team established at DGS who were working 24/7. The basic thing they wanted, the seafarers who were stranded in the Gulf region or the war-ridden region, what they wanted was to have a connection or a communication with their families. So that is the only requirement initially. So we tried to resolve it, and some of them, they wanted repatriation. In fact, we could repatriate more than 3,500 seafarers during that period, of course with the help of our missions and embassies abroad. We coordinated and we could bring back them to their families. It's at that time, in fact before that only we started thinking of having a portal wherein a seafarer can directly lodge in, can send, if there are in fact there are two modules, one is crisis management module, other is grievance redressal module. So crisis, obviously somebody is in crisis, especially in the war situation, there are more number of crises. He can directly alert the system, and we try to coordinate with different agencies, may it be Navy, may it be Coast Guard, or may it be our embassies abroad. Through them, we try to coordinate and resolve the crisis. The other module which is already being launched, in fact beta version is launched, which is called grievance redressal module. So which is developed at DGS and which is already launched. So there is 24/7, a person is available on your phone call, the phone number is already published, or email, or there are certain other emails which can be accessed for just registering your grievance, which is given in fact a unique ID after that, so that it can be tracked where it is. And there is a escalation matrix for that particular grievance. So if that is not solved at particular level, it gets escalated to another level, to a higher level, so that finally it should be resolved, and after certain may in a week senior officers can in fact review it, so how many are pending, for how many days, with whom and why. So that we do. In fact, for crisis management and this grievance redressal mechanism, every week there is a meeting which is chaired by DG Shipping, and all the concerned officers are there, and we go through each grievance, what is happening, especially for the crisis. So much of monitoring is being done at DG Shipping just to provide maximum possible safety and security to the seafarers, because they should feel in their mind that they are safe and secure on the sea, and their family members also, they should feel secured about their ward. The other thing, what they require is professional and career growth. Whenever somebody joins some industry, he expects that after so many years I will be at this stage, and how my career will progress. So that is also one of the major aspects. Right from the MTIs, that is through training, the Maritime Training Institute, wherein a layman or a student goes there and he takes admission into some course, one of the maritime courses, and he chooses this vocation. So from there, we monitor the progress of that particular seafarer. Thereafter, so for that, one more module is coming out, that is called MTI module. It is likely to be launched, or maybe the beta version may be launched maybe in August end or September. So another 2-3 months is likely to be launched. And after MTI, after graduating from the MTI, he goes to ship. That is through RPSL, that is recruitment and placement agencies. So through them, it will go to the ship. So separate RPSL module is also under construction. It is being developed, and that will be also online or be launched maybe within next 3-4 months, wherein maybe we are contemplating to have in both these modules, in MTI module, there will be a common admission portal wherein a seafarer can see various MTIs available and he can choose and select based on the credentials of those MTIs. And same way in RPSL module, where there is a job portal wherein he can see what type of RPSL, the background of RPSL, the history of RPSL, based on which he can choose the RPSL through which he'll try to get a job. So that there are certain cases wherein there are cases of fraud which are coming to DGS as well. So we are of course taking action in that. But these type of work which are going on at DGS to smoothen the career of seafarer. The third thing which seafarer needs, or what we feel he needs, is a welfare part. So we are going in a big way as far as seafarer welfare is concerned. We have the initiatives like Sagar Mein Yog and Sagar Mein Samman. Sagar Mein Samman is the gender inclusion in our workforce, which is around the women workforce is around 2% we have achieved so far. It started with less than 0.5% 10 years back. Now it has gone up to 2%. And we are further aspiring to go upwards. The other part is Sagar Mein Yog. In fact, the seafarers who were returning from Iran or the war-ridden zone, we had a debriefing sessions of those seafarers at DGS office, wherein we could feel the trauma they have faced. Because some ship is attacked and the seafarers, they were almost 7 to 8 hours in water, waiting for rescue boat. Because the ship was in flames, they had to jump. So they were there just floating around, and that too in that war situation is really very difficult. It is really traumatizing. We could feel that trauma when we are talking to them. So this Sagar Mein Yog module is in fact for the mental well-being of the seafarers. In fact, Yog can take care of physical well-being also, but mental well-being is really very, very important, especially when such situation arise. So these modules are coming in pre-seas. At least they understand the basics of yogas, and afterwards if they feel they can go forward, that's the very basic idea of it. In fact, for post-sea courses also, we are integrating it with the learning management systems through which they will have the courses on yoga. In fact, we learned yoga first during our training. But now also I do remember most of the asanas. I can do it because I know it during that time. Once you get trained initially, like it's like learning how to ride a cycle. If you learn it in your beginning of the career, you will remember it, 90% of it at least. So that's the idea of including these yoga modules in the pre-C courses, so that they will at least know the basics of yoga, and it can be very well used for the mental well-being, because yoga comprises of meditation as well. The another part what we are taking up in welfare is through SWFS and SPFO. Captain Nitin is here. He is right now heading that, both the organizations. The Seafarers Welfare Funds. So that through SWFS, there are so many schemes which are proposed. In fact, they have started already including the insurance for the seafarer, wherein partly it will be paid through the SWFS. Apart from that, like for right now in the war zone, there are casualties in the war zone, SWFS is instantly providing them with 10 lakhs of rupees. So that helps them a lot. In fact, we have seen the casualties in war. Within no time, SWFS get them sanctioned through the COM and it is distributed to them. So there are so many schemes through SWFS which are coming up. In fact, the major part is SWBAT, we call it. There are clubs at various places which are being renovated at 13 to 15 places, I think. So for that, it's a scheme of around 80 to 90 crores which are being distributed. It's going on at various places. When seafarer comes to the shore, he needs some place to rest, so immediately he can get it at very discounted price. So that is going on. So these three aspects, DGS is looking for the seafarers, how they can be improved. The first is safety and security. Second is the career growth from them through especially digitalization. And the lastly, the welfare. So what we are doing at DGS is to support through all the measures what we can take. Finally, I would like to say that the man behind machine is always important. In fact, for us, for the DGS, it is more important. That why, for the seafarers' professional life, we are always with them. And I always wish them all the very best for the careers which are coming up. And at the same time, finally, I will congratulate NMDC for hosting such a nice program wherein the hall is totally full. Because many of the programs you feel that many of the seats are vacant, but I'm saying the hall is totally full. In fact, some are standing also. So that's really very well organized program. I must congratulate NMDC and wish them all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And I think each one sitting in the room resonates with your sentiments for our seafarers. In line with the Director General of Shipping continued commitment to providing welfare support and efforts for the betterment of Indian seafarers, the Seafarers Welfare Fund Society, SWFS, has undertaken several initiatives to enhance the welfare infrastructure available in the maritime community. It is a matter of great pride for all of us that the Committee of Management of the Seafarers Welfare Fund Society has approved a grant of 7.50 crore. I think that it really deserves a huge round of applause for the renovation, modernization and preservation of the historic Royal Bombay Seamen's Society Club. This significant initiative reflects the shared commitment of the DG Shipping and SWFS towards strengthening welfare facilities for seafarers and preserving an institution that has served the maritime fraternity for generations, in keeping with the objectives of the Seafarers Welfare Fund Society and principles of the Maritime Labour Convention 2006. May we please have the video?
For nearly 2 centuries, the seas around Mumbai have carried the men and women who keep the world's trade moving. For those seafarers arriving in port, far from home, one institution has always stood ready. The story begins in 1837, when the Bombay Sailors Association first opened its doors at Burdi Talab. 3 missions, the Bombay Sailors Home Society, the Bombay Harbour Mission, and the Prince of Wales Seamen's Institute united in 1929 to form the Bombay Seamen's Society. The foundation stone of the building had been laid by His Excellency Lord Willingdon of Ratton on the 30th of April 1918, and the building was formally opened by His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales on the 20th of November 1921. A year later, King George V granted royal patronage, giving the society the name it carries to this day. The society's royal connections continue with a visit by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on the 24th of February 1961, a moment that stands as a proud chapter in its history. Registered as a public trust in 1953, RBSS was built on one clear mission: to provide accommodation, recreation and welfare to seafarers visiting Mumbai without distinction of religion, nationality or rank. From sheltering shipwrecked mariners to housing seafarers during the COVID-19 pandemic, the club has stood by seafarers in every era. Today, 73 rooms accommodating up to 153 seafarers. A library, canteen, chapel and round-the-clock service welcome nearly 40,000 seafarers every year. Nearly a century of service leaves its mark. Functional but aging, worn floors, dated interiors, a weathered facade. The building that has cared for generations of seafarers now needs care itself. The Seafarer Welfare Board Audit Team, working under the Seafarer Welfare Fund Society, has stepped in to support a full upgrade of the RBSS Seamen's Club in line with Maritime Labour Convention standards. The Committee of Management has given in-principle budgetary approval of 750 lakhs for the upgrades. The transformation is already underway. Rooms with attached washrooms have been renovated and the heritage facade is being restored. Work on the common areas, passages and floors of extra building is planned to give a full transformation to the Royal Bombay Seamen's Society, inside and out. For close to a century, RBSS has kept its founding promise, a home for every seafarer who comes to this port. With the support of the Seafarer Welfare Fund Society and the Directorate General of Shipping, that promise is now being built upon. Royal Bombay Seamen's Society, serving those who serve the sea.
May I request Shri Khopre Sir, along with Captain Nitin Mukesh, Member Secretary, SWSF, Mr. Santosh Singh, Member Treasurer, SWSF, and Captain Dhondial, Secretary, Royal Bombay Seamen's Society, to kindly come forward for the ceremonial presentation. I think this truly deserves a huge round of applause. Khopre sir, I will request you to stay back for the next segment, please, sir. One of the most significant segments of today's program is the felicitation of outstanding seafarers for their academic excellence and dedication to the maritime profession. So let's start with the most awaited awardees list. Nautical Wing, Mr. Nirmal George, for scoring the highest marks in Masters Foreign Going Certificate of Competency Examination held in 2025. Next, he would not be attending today. Mr. Singh Ankur Kumar for scoring highest marks in Chief Mate Foreign Going Certificate of Competency Examination held in 2025. His sister, Ms. Anuradha Singh, will receive a certificate on his behalf. We should not less down the claps. I think each person here is very deserving. Next, we have Mr. Mirza Muhammad Tabish for scoring the highest marks in Second Mate Foreign Going Certificate of Competency Examination held in the year 2025. Next, Ms. Gargi Jaydeep Nair lady officer for scoring the highest marks in second mate foreign going certificate of competency examination held in 2025. Her sister, Ms. Thiria Nair, will receive a certificate on her behalf. Mr. Sachin Ranjan for scoring the highest marks in Master near Coastal Voyages Certificate of Competency Examination held in 2025. Next, Mr. Mohammad Sajid for scoring the highest marks in Chief Mate near Coastal Voyages Certificate of Competency Examination held in the year 2025. Mr. Santa Cruz Anish George for scoring the highest marks in Navigational Watchkeeping Officer near Coastal Voyages Certificate of Competency Examination held in the year 2025. I would now request Shri Azad sir to please come on stage to continue the award ceremony. Next on, we have Mr. Mahesh Radhakrishnan for scoring the highest marks in MEO Class 1, Chief Engineer Officer, Certificate of Competency Examinations held in the year 2025. Next, Mr. Akshay Kumar for scoring the highest marks in MEO Class 2, Second Engineer Officer, Certificate of Competency Examinations held in the year 2025. He is unable to join us today. Mr. Tandon Ranveer Raj for scoring the highest marks in MEO Class 4, Fourth Engineer Officer, Certificate of Competency Examinations held in the year 2025. Next, Ms. Khushi Parasha for scoring the highest marks in MEO Class 4, Fourth Engineer Officer, Certificate of Competencies Examinations held in the year 2025. She was also unable to attend. Mr. Amarjeet Singh for scoring the highest marks in Electrotechnical Officer, ETO, Certificate of Competency Examination held in the year 2025. Mr. Chidipilli Murthy for scoring the highest marks in Electrotechnical Officer ETO Certificate of Competencies Examinations held in the year 2025. Mr. Vidhu Movanal for scoring the highest marks in NCV Class 3 CEO Chief Engineer Officer Certificate of Competency Examinations held in the year 2025. Mr. Rohit Kumar Yadav for scoring the highest marks in NCV Class 3 SEO, Second Engineer Officer Certificate of Competency Examination held in the year 2025. Mr. Bharat Chaudhary for scoring the highest marks in NCV Class 4 Certificate of Competency Examinations held in the year 2025. Next on, we have our ratings. Yes, some of them are not able to join us today, sir, for some reasons. Mr. Muthia Mukesh Murthy for scoring the highest marks in GP Topper Rating Certificates of Competency Examinations held in the year 2025. Ms. Palak Chauhan for scoring the highest marks in GP Topper Rating Certificate of Competency Examinations held in the year 2025. Mr. Ravi Nandran Jagannath for scoring the highest marks in CCMC Topper Rating Certificate of Competency Examinations held in the year 2025. And Ms. Kashish Yashwant Shelatkar for scoring the highest marks in CCMC Topper Rating Certificates of Competency Examinations in the year 2025. And they are not able to attend with us today. Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to call upon Captain Anand Shingatkari, Principal of MASA, Mumbai, and also Shri Daudkar, sir, to please come on stage to do the honors.
Good afternoon to everybody, and wish you all the happy Seafarers Day to all the dignitaries and all attendees here. Representing MASA, Maritime Association of Ship Owners, Ship Managers and Agents, with its origin dating back to 1947 through its charity trust, MTRF, Maritime Training and Research Foundation, has been promoting the maritime education training in India for last 3 decades, almost 3 decades. In 2020, Director General of Shipping appealed to the industry to encourage and support induction of the women seafarers as a trainee. And MASA immediately stepped forward and announced an award of rupees 50,000 to 4 female cadets from 2020 onwards. So this is the 6th year now. And the award goes to 4 toppers, basically 2 toppers from BSc Nautical Science and 2 toppers in female category in BTech Marine Engineering. The award is of rupees 50,000. So 4 from these long-term courses. These are 3 years course of BSc Nautical Science and 4 years course of BTech Marine Engineering. Later on, from last year, 2025, we also started awarding the rating trainings. There are 2 types of training, basically GP rating training. The ratings can go in the either engine department or the deck department. And also from catering department, CCMC, certificate course in maritime catering. The 2 toppers in the female category we have been awarding. Since these are 6 months course, we have been giving award of rupees 25,000 to each of this. So totally 8 women seafarers will be now felicitating in this function, and we'll start with the awards as the names appear on the screen. Palak Chauhan stood first in the girls in the exit exam conducted in the December 2025 by a Board of Examination for Seafarers Trust. Remember, these awards are for those who appeared in exit examination in December 2025, and again the exam will be held in June, and the result of this, the award would be given to the winners in November 2026 in the annual day of the MASA. The award goes as a check of rupees 25,000, GP rating training and certificate of appreciation. Congratulations. Next is Miss Anisha. Miss Anisha stood second in GP rating training course. She's from UV Patel College of Engineering. Congratulations. Next, CCMC rating. The award goes to Ms. Kashish Shelatkar, who stood first in the exit examination for the certificate course in maritime catering. She could not come here. So the award is being given to the New Sea representative. Any New Sea representative here? Thank you. Congratulations. Next, Ms. Adak Sudeepa, who stood second in CCMC rating training in the exit exam conducted in December 2025. Next is Ms. Sudhi Tripathi, who stood first in BSc Nautical Science IMU CET examination. Congratulations. Next, Ms. Karthika Nair. She could not attend, so Captain Shiv Swaroop of IMU Navi Mumbai campus will receive award on her behalf. Next is Ms. Sananda Nath. She is from South, and we have given already award today morning to her. The award was given by Principal of Masa Maritime Academy, Chennai. She stood first in BTech Marine Engineering in IMU CET exam conducted in 2025. Next is Ms. Jaskaranpreet Kaur, who stood second in BTech Marine Engineering. And again, Captain Shiv Swaroop of IMU Navi Mumbai campus will receive the award on her behalf. This, as you see, the awards have been given to in merit as well as in the diverse field. All the departments of the vessels have been included in this award. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. I think let's give it up for all the awardees today. They deserve every bit of our applause. We shall now witness the release of the NMDC Souvenir 2026, documenting significant achievements, milestones and contributions of the maritime fraternity over the past year. May I invite Shri Sushil Mansingh Kopre, IPS Additional Director General of Shipping, to please join us, along with the editorial board members of the Souvenir, Shri S.M. Rai Sir, Treasurer and Convener of NMDC, Dr. Sudhir Kohakde, Member Secretary NMDC and Deputy DG, Mr. Santosh Singh, Shipping Master, and Mrs. Bharti Bhandarkar, the Head of NMDC Women Wing, to please join us on stage. Thank you so much. I request all of you to. Yes, sir.
I have a request to make. The people who want the copy of the souvenir, please write to DG's office with your addresses. We'll post it to your respective addresses. We are not distributing the copies today, but please write your name and address so these copies can be sent to you, address given. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to the thematic seminar of the day. The theme, Carrying World Trade, Carrying the Risk, highlights the indispensable role of seafarers in sustaining global supply chains while facing operational, environmental, geopolitical, and personal challenges. The seminar will explore issues related to seafarer safety and security, mental health and well-being, maritime workforce resilience, emerging risk in global shipping, future preparedness of the maritime industry. May I invite the moderator and distinguished panelists. Join me in welcoming Captain Mahendra Bhasin, the moderator for this panel discussion. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Khobde Sir, Nautical Advisor Captain Azad, our mentor Gupta Ji, eminent dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I think I am to stand here. It's working. Thank you. Today we are celebrating the Day of the Seafarer. Every day we celebrate, and I was so happy when we saw various awards given to the various people from the Government of India, from MASA, and I know it carries a lot of weight. You know, the motivation goes right from the start. While listening to Shri Khobde sir, he says we have introduced yoga and all that at the entering stage, so it stays with them from the start. Award bhi aise hi hai, sir. Everybody wants it. But the people who get it, we really clap for them, motivate them, but others should also celebrate with them. That should be the feeling. So I am given the job for moderating this session. I will not be introducing, I am told they will show the thing. So I have written a paper, I will take the name of eminent panelists who have been working with us for the last few days. So first of all, I will call on stage Miss Rumita Bundela. Rumita ji and Dr. Deepti, they are going to show. Yes, sir. Saath saath karo. So instead of reading the CV, we are just displaying it. Very, very well. Next, I will call on stage Captain Mukesh Kalia, sir. Among the panelists, he is the only one who has transited Strait of Hormuz during war zone time, now, recently. Next, I will call on stage Mr. Malikarujan Madlikar, Chief Engineer. He is from the diverse fleet of offshore vessels, support vessels. Next slide, please. Okay. I call on stage Captain Rajesh Sawant, please. Captain Amol Patankar. And at last we have Mr. Sanjay Suryavanshi sir. We know the theme of the seminar, carrying goods, carrying risk. But do you think the risk is only on the ships? Risk is all over, all around us. The main thing is how you manage them. That is where the safety comes. That is where the wisdom comes. Various kind of contributions as a team comes. And that is what we are going to discuss here today. We have an eminent panelist. You will hear them out about the various risks at various fields. As ladies first, so I will start with Romita first. Romita, I have written down some questions for all. What are the problems and modern challenges faced by the women seafarers on board at sea?
Okay, sir, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, and a very happy seafarers to all of you and all the families of seafarers. So, sir, this question is really one of my favorite. It's a very vast topic. I can go on for entire day what challenges a women seafarer face. But I have summarized few of the points and I'll discuss that one by one. So first challenge, it's a very basic challenge, sir. It's from past decades we are facing is the acceptance of the women seafarers. Mindset, the basic idea behind is the old mindset that this job is not for women seafarers. I'll share my experience. I started my journey in the 2017. So I boarded my vessel first, and the very first day I didn't even started my work, and the very senior officer just came and he just said to me that, can you please go back? And I was really shocked why he is saying that. I thought he is joking, but then again he came back and said, Romita, I'm not joking. Being an electrical officer on the container vessel, you are carrying 1,000, sometimes 2,000 plus reefers. You have to go up and down, you have to go in cargo holds, you have to climb the lashing bridges. Are you ready for that? So I said, yes, I am ready for that. But the idea behind sharing this story is that people assume, there is an assumption made before the woman seafarer even board the vessel. So this is the basic challenge, and we are still improving it. Initiatives like Sagar Mein Samman, this is exactly for this purpose. That helps women seafarers starting from their maritime institute until they board the vessel. So I'm really thankful to the DG Shipping. They have started the Sagar Mein Samman, which helps us a lot. And another challenge which is a modern is the retention of women seafarers. So we measure the success of women seafarers by how many women are joining. But we also should measure how much of them, the percentage of the seafarers, women seafarers joining are actually going to the management level. How many of them? It's very small, and the reasons are very wide. Sometimes it's the maternity issues. So this is all-time issue now, and all the senior women seafarers also agree upon this topic that there is a lack of support system. So motherhood should not feel like, punishment to a woman seafarer, that once she gave a birth, that's the end of the era, that's the end of the seafarer career for her. So we really need a strong support system for this as well, to continue their journey throughout as per her will. When she wants to stop, she has to stop. And I think family matters a lot, their support matters a lot in this, and also the partners, especially for women seafarers to whom they are getting married. It also matters that sometimes there is a pressure from the family that once you get married, once you have a kid, that is end. You have to, societal pressure is there that you have to take care of your home and you have to take care of kids and you cannot go back to sailing. But my question is why? We can still do it. I'll share one small story. During one of my vessel, there was a female chief officer, and she joined the vessel just after 2 months of giving the birth. So I was really surprised what went wrong, and I was like, I discussed with her. I don't want to elaborate much on that, but the basic idea was lack of support system from the company and from the Director General of Shipping as well. That's what she mentioned to me. But anyway, this is something we need to really improve to retain the talent in this industry. And you talk about, sir, the modern challenges. So one of the modern challenges right now is online harassment of the women seafarers. And it's not just the women seafarers, it's also for the male seafarers currently. So people are making fake accounts, they are harassing them, they are bullying them, they are body shaming them online. So this really, why I'm putting up this now is, this is really a challenge because it really affects your mental health, and it creates a self-doubt when somebody is abusing you online. And I'm an influencer. I'm really posting a lot of content about my work, about my journey, not to, be a famous on Instagram, but to share the awareness, create the awareness among the people that what challenges women seafarers face. So at last, I'll just wrap up by saying that I don't want the future women seafarers to break the barriers. Instead, I want them to be an excellent seafarer. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Romita. I'll come back to you and give you some of the points from your answers here. I'll go back to Captain Mukesh Kalia, sir. So when you were walking, I just said that you are the only one on the panel who has recently crossed Strait of Hormuz during the wartime. So my question is very simple. What is your experience? What was your experiences and the challenges that you faced actually during the passing of the Strait of Hormuz?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have been at sea for a very long time, and in my batch, I'm the last person who's sailing and who's willing to sail further. Now, the thing is this, that first of all, at the outset, I would like to express my thanks to Captain Sankalp Shukla of PSM for giving me the opportunity of doing the transit. And he was supported by Captain Rajesh Tandon also. So I left for the ship on the 12th of March this year, and I was put up in a hotel over there. And on the 30th of March, I joined the LNG carrier Mobaris, which was fully loaded with cargo. And we waited till the 20th of April for getting instructions to move on. So 20th of April, I picked up anchor in the morning, and I was asked to drift off Mina Sakar till the evening. So we reached over there and we drifted for a few hours, and at about 11 o'clock on the 20th night, they gave us the instructions to pass through, keeping about 2 nautical miles away, or rather astern of the other ADNOC tanker, which was ahead of us. So our journey started at about 1 o'clock in the morning on the 21st of April, and we kept 2 nautical miles behind the other ADNOC ship, and we continued transiting at full speed. This is a straight stretch of 18 nautical miles, straight east-west stretch just north of the coast of mainland Oman, and we passed from there, and it took us about 3 hours to do the transit, and then we turned down south and headed for Delta anchorage in Fujairah, where we anchored at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. After anchoring over there, the crew who had refused to join, who had refused to transit the Hormuz Strait, they came back on board, and we handed over the duties over to them. So this was the situation. And at night, we were completely blackened. No lights anywhere on the ship. And we had the AIS off. We had the other radar off. We had only one radar on, and the the egg dish was on. We were reporting to the company every 15 minutes with photographs, etc., as to the positioning of the ship, and we continued straight off. We also had a few ships coming in. There were a couple of ships also coming in to the Persian Gulf through the same strait. It's a narrow passage, but then we were able to do it, and everything went on well. We had the full crew was standby for various duties. One set of people were there for the first aid, one set was there for lowering the lifeboats, one set was there for firefighting, etc. So that everybody was on their toes during the passage. So once we came down south and it became daylight, we called off all these things and then we came back to normal. We had 21 people on board at that time, and out of those 21 people, about 12 were the people who were from India and Sri Lanka, who had joined because the Filipino staff had refused to transit the Hormuz Strait. So this is the situation, and it's a matter of confidence that you can do something. There is nothing which cannot be done. It's a way of doing it. If you don't know the way of doing it, please ask. Unless and until you interact with other people, you will not learn anything. And that's what my intention is. I always keep myself in touch with other people and get knowledge from them. That's very important. So I don't say that I'm very knowledgeable or anything of the sort, but that gives a person the confidence required for doing these things. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain Kalia, sir. I'll go to Mr. Mallikarjun Madhuvalikar. Sir, with your experience on the drill ships, on support vessel, remember our theme today is carrying world trade and carrying risk. So I want your first-hand experience of the risk and challenges associated with offshore operations, as per your perspective.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Seafarers Day for everyone. See, I've been working in the offshore industry from the last 15 years. I would like to tell about the risks which are being there in the offshore industry. The offshore operations which are there, which are very challenging. I think so, as per the maritime sector, if you see, I have worked on drill ships and offshore vessels. Drill ship is basically, fundamentally a ship which is different from a conventional ship. It has a moon pool. There is an opening in the center of the ship through which the drill string, the risers, which are lowered till the seabeds. There is a drilling operations which is being carried by combination of drilling and marine operations together. We are doing a drilling operation. During drilling operation, there is a pressure which is being formed in the drilling casing, which is continuously monitored. If the pressure in the well goes up, it can blow up. So we have to continuously monitor, and there is a system called BOP, blowout preventer, which is there in case if there is any kick from the well, we have to activate it and safeguard the ship. Another thing, a hazard which is there on a drill ship is, while the production of the hydrocarbons in the drill ship, there are a lot of chances of H2S release. So there are sensors all over the ship to detect the H2S systems. Continuous drills are being done on the ship so that people are aware about it. And another thing is there are appliances in case of any H2S release so that people can evacuate from there safely. Another thing, since a drill ship is away from the shore, miles away, there are continuous helicopter operations which are going on. So whatever a helicopter comes, lands and takes off, the crew has to be very familiar with the helicopter operations, and we have to keep all the time the firefighting appliances and emergency preparedness has to be there to carry out the heli operations. Another thing, when the well gets activated, we have to do a production testing where there is a burner boom and a flare is there through which we have to burn a flare and to check the gases. So to safeguard the ship, we have to put sprinklers that will be like water curtains which will be around the ship to protect it. As a chief engineer, my duty is there that we cannot afford a blackout. because if a blackout happens, it can create big consequences for it. So we have to keep our machinery in top-notch condition. As a chief engineer, just not about keeping the machinery, I have to be a leader, I have to look after the environment part, I have to keep the crew trained to carry out the emergencies all the time. And these are basically different types of risks which we see are not on a conventional ship but on a drill ship. And as far as offshore is concerned, I would like to show offshore OSV vessels which are working in close quarter with the platform and installations. There are also a lot of risk, and there is very less space for error. If any error goes on or any mistake is done, there can be a big consequences because we are operating in very close quarter. But one thing I would like to say it in today's this, but nobody discusses about it when it comes to safety. One is competency. See what happens, we have been working continuously on the ship, the same job types of jobs. Being a senior engineer, senior officers also, we feel that कुछ नहीं होता है, अरे हम रोज ही करते हैं. This is where nobody talks about, and this is the place where I think so a lot of accidents happen. Whenever you see, if you go to a root cause of any accident or an incident, you will always see there were senior officers, senior people, then also the things have happened because people think it is a routine operation, we are doing it daily. So why, so that complacency, nobody is talking, I think so. Even in MLC, they have taken care of these things, and they have done rest hours and other welfare things, but it is, I think so, it is taking care of the fatigue part of the seafarer, but not the complacency. On the board, I always train my people and my crew regarding this because your mind tends to do that you go into the comfort zone, you think this is a daily operation, and I think so we should create an awareness about this subject to the seafarers so that our ships will be safer, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll go to Captain Rajesh Samant, sir. So we heard from Captain Kalia, who actually transited the vessel there. But you were also there in the war zone area. And we have many cases where the vessels within the Persian Gulf area were attacked. And many other problems happened. So tell me from your side, what were the challenges while staying inside the Persian Gulf area when you were actually there?
Good evening, everyone. Happy Seafarers Day to everyone, and I would thank Shipping Corporation of India to give me the platform and talk in the seminar. I have been sailing on oil tankers, and like from 15th June 2025 to January 17th 2026, I was sailing on an Aframax tanker which was continuously sailing between this Strait of Hormuz. We were loading from Iran, Kuwait, then Jabal Dana, Zirku. So we were carrying the oil, and the tension had just started, in fact, in June 2025. So luckily we got through. All the voyages were successful. But during carrying this oil trade and the world trade, we were also carrying risk with us. So the risk were like risk to navigation and risk to the seafarers' security and safety, as well as risk to operational delays. So when we talk to risk of navigation, what we were facing, like in the war zone areas and high risk areas, we were facing this GPS jamming and spoofing, which led to accidents like collision. If you remember, I think so in June 20th or so, there was a collision between two tankers, one VLCC and one Suezmax tanker off Fujairah. So that was just the beginning of the this and consequences of this conflict or geopolitical this thing. So, and at times we are in water, but they are showing us we are on land. So these are the risks, and more risk is like we are sometimes mistaken for some other ships in the war zone. That one risk is there. then we have a risk to share with our loved ones that we are safe, but we ourselves don't know whether we are safe or not. Then we do have the risk of drones and mines attack, and we have a risk of 18 hours a day as all the officers are glued to the radar with the autopilots off and the stress is on. So these are the risks related to navigation. Now when we talk risk about, relating to the risk about seafarers' safety and security, we know there is a threat to life. Then there is drone attacks creating severe psychological strain on the sailors. Then constant code red alerts and the restricted movements on board and the fear of drone attacks, they are causing stress, anxiety and fatigue among the sailors, as well as this also impacts our rest hours, then the medical excess as the case was there, and you must have seen the scheduled crew change for the seafarers. So this is what the risk related to the safety and security of the seafarers. And risk related to the operation delays are like too much of waiting, voyage times have increased, port waits have increased because of the mandatory security protocols. Then we have coalition escorts, then stringent insurance rules. So these were affecting the weights, and the port weights as well as the voyage time has increased. Now, when we talk about the risk only cannot be shared by a seafarer. So we as a seafarers are asking only 3 things to the shipping industry, that they can recognize the risk with us. So recognition of the risk is give us a written right to refuse if master says it's unsafe as per the SOLAS if safety is compromised. Then the policy should be backing the master, not questioning him later, no dismissal, no blacklisted or contract breach for refusal. Master has the final authority to route the vessel, to decide the speed of the vessel and the delay of the vessel. So how this can be done to recognize the risk with us. Then sharing of the risk is, I think so many shipping companies are doing it, like they are giving us a war risk bonus is provided, because that is very much required for that 48 to 72 hours of fear what we are facing in the high risk or a war risk area. And the last thing is the reduce the risk for us. Now reduce the risk for us, that has also been taken care of by providing an 24/7 contact of a CSO. Then we have a dedicated groups, communication groups, where we keep reporting to the companies, to the charterers. Then there should be a free call to be made by the seafarers after the transit. Then the UKMTO and MSCHO updates are always being transmitted to the bridge. Then crew change within the 14 days after transit, because when a crew returns from the transit, he is actually scared, tired, and he can tend to make mistakes. So any mistake in a war zone area or a risk area will not cause a delay, but it can cause a life. So that is what I want to tell regarding the risk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I will quickly go to now Captain Amol Patankar. And I'm really some topic which is very, very relevant today, you know, with a live conflict threat, so many things going around. The GPS spoofing, GPS jamming, GNSS, scrambling the navigation system, creating grounding, accident, incidents is on rise. So how did you manage navigation in Western Asian waters with electronic navigation aid being erratic? Because you have actually practically faced it.
First of all, it's an absolute privilege to be among the distinguished peers on the podium. And thank you NMDC Rai sir for giving me this opportunity and inviting me to this seminar. Okay, coming back to the topic, I was there on 28th February when the war broke out. I was in the port of Jubail and we had just finished our discharging, and I received instructions from the charters that once you finish discharging, you proceed towards Strait of Hormuz, past Strait of Hormuz, and you redeliver the vessel passing Muscat outbound. This was the plan. But the moment the war broke out, the first thing we faced was the GPS spoofing. Okay, till the time we were in the port, it was okay. Once the pilot dropped, you know, it was totally on us. Now, how do we navigate when there are no the GPS signals? Because all your navigational aids are now electronic based, GPS based. Even the LRIT positions which you are transmitting, you know, which the DGS and the owners, they are tracking us, the charters are tracking us. Okay, just for your information, on ships we have multiple constellation GPS. You know, we have Baidu, we have GLONASS, then of course we have the GPS. Okay, we tried switching on the alternatives, but everything was spoofed. You know, though we were in the position is close to the harbor, we were showing, you know, somewhere in the Gulf of Guinea and all. So luckily, you know, forcing the situation, we had asked for the paper charts. This is now the old time navigation, which we are used to it. But the new boys, they should learn what I feel, because now this is a need of the hour actually, to go back to your basics. So we all had all the paper charts right up to, you know, Gulf of Oman. So officers, you know, slowly they got used to it, to put the manual positions, how to get the land bearings, then transfer it on the chart. And you know, there were a lot of other ways through which we navigate, like eco sounder. We were matching the depths of the water to see whether we are actually in the position or not. Then we were doing our radar overlay, you know, on the egg disc. So these were the challenges. But initially, first day we faced these issues, but slowly, you know, the officers, they got used to it. And there were instances where they were like ghost ships. Ghost ships, like on the AIS, on the radar, you have the picture. I mean, the AIS symbol, but actually the ship is not there. You know, this has happened with us many times. And if you see this Persian Gulf, during this conflict zone, there are numerous ships which are stranded. You know, so my basic, you know, concern was how to get the vessel safely, navigate safely. So coming back to this GPS spoofing, slowly we got used to it, sir. Actually, the first initial day we had the position issues. The position we were transmitting to the DGS. We started transmitting the our manual positions later on, you know, so they could track our position. So once we came to Sharjah, we anchored and then we waited for the further instructions. And 18th April actually, we got instructions to proceed to the south of Larak Island, which is close to the Iran, you know, and proceed out of the Strait of Hormuz. See, passing through Strait of Hormuz now, it's very organized. They secure the permissions. Indian Navy is doing a fantastic job in consultation with the owners and all. And you know, my vessel was intercepted by IRGC and fired upon. We had to turn around, you know, and this tough situation when there is the GPS spoofing going on, actually it's really tough to turn around a vessel, you know, and pass between the islands. But since now we were used to it, we managed it safely. We came back again to Abu Musa Island and we anchored there and we waited for the further instructions. So in all these things, our owners, that is Great Eastern Shipping Company Limited, they have done a fantastic job. The contingency room was excellent. You know, I mean, all the support they were providing. So I had to sign off there because though I had opposed extension of contract, but I signed off thanks to our owners. And that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Patankar. Quickly go to Mr. Sanjay Suryavanshi. Sir, Sanjay ji, we have heard from now Captain Kalia, who actually transited, then other people who are there in the war-zone area. Now Captain Patankar, who has given a different perspective of GPS. All of them are risk. There are many others. But all of these same people, whether it's an offshore vessel or the women, something which always is there in all our mind, especially being spoken a lot now, and that is the mental situation, especially the crew mental situation, and support from the company and family. What is your experience on that?
Yes. Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. I was in one of the vessel. Name was MT Hokkaido, and during this war period, my vessel was when in the Gulf of Persian Gulf only. Around 22nd of the February, we completed the loading, discharging operation at Port Jubel. And after that, we received the order to move towards the Saudi Arabia, Ras Tanura. Then when we are passing from the Jubel Ali to Ras Tanura, we received the information that war started suddenly. Actually, while entering in the Hormuz, we saw some U.S. Navy naval ships around the Gulf of Oman. That was around 20th of the February. But that time we think it is not normal. Something is wrong. But even after that, the order was out there. So we entered into the Hormuz and then started discharging at Port Jubel. And as we shifted to Saudi Arabia, and we started loading there. We completed loading while loading operation. We got the information that Iran hit the Jubel port. After once we completed that Ras Tanura loading, and we came out, and as soon as we came out, the Ras Tanura was hit by the Iran. So our vessel was loaded that time. We discharges. We got an order to discharge the cargo to the Port Jubel. We discharged the cargo Port Jubel, and after discharging, we remained there for near about 6 to 7 days. But this time, first 7 to 8 days, near about, there was a tremendous pressure on the crew members, and because day and night there was a bombing and missiles sound, and means many people, many crew member was not asleep in that initially few days. After that, because of that area, Saudi Arabia area become dangerous. So our company told us to move towards the Dubai area, which is more safer, and supply chain is available there. So that passage in that around 7th or 8th March, we crossed that. Means we started moving from the Saudi Arabia to Dubai. That time, same like Captain told, they crossed the Hormuz. Same, we follow the all instruction, safety precaution. We stop all lights and this thing, GPS, everything. GPS scoping was there. We faced the problem with the GPS also. My family was every day. My family brothers was watching the vessel position daily. All of a sudden, vessel started moving. Moving, and because of the scoping, it started showing in the close to the Iran, and we crossed. Means that area was 20 miles away from the Iranian land. So we taken most of the precautions, and we crossed that. Once we reach Dubai, and Dubai, then it was the separate area, like Delta, Anchorage Delta. but during this time period, the crew member was initially crew member were under tremendous tensions. And being a chief engineer, my job is to control the all ration pani, like fuel, water, and this. So, because there was any uncertainty was there, and we don't know how many days we will be there. So our aim is to control the all whatever we have. We reduce the and when we drop the anchor at Dubai, we means vessel our companies told us you remain like a idle condition. So we reduce the all minimum we load on the generators, minimum machineries we operated, minimum. So and as well as so we reduce the fuel consumption because we don't know how many days we are going to stay. So we control the fuel, we control the water, while doing any changes in the system, or we always communicated with our staff, our crew members, and explain the why we are doing. And meantime, everybody was known about the situation, and everybody means, and so we control the water. We we started utilizing AC condensed water as a fresh water for the boilers and sewage plant like that. So in this way we control the water, and our crew member help us for the controlling everything. And but the problem when we came to Dubai, our all crew members told we are not going to load the vessel now. Everybody given the letter to the company, and this we stop means we are not going to load the ship because empty ship is more safer than the load itself. What we think, also all crew member decided empty ship is more safer. So initially 20-30 days we remain in the idle condition. After that our vessel company decided to change out the trade of the vessel. They given us they taken they called us meeting with the crew members, company men, charter and owners, and they told us that we are going to change out your tanker as a storage tanker, and we are not going to cross the Hormuz. In this way, so after the means once the Hormuz tension release, so all our crew member become normal, and normally started behaving normal. We received the fuel oil, we received the fresh water also, and near about 50 days I was in the Hormuz. And around 50 means when first ceasefire started declared by the US because of the Pakistan and interfere, and our company got the opportunity to crew change. They near about 30% crew change occurred, means carried out in the Dubai, and among that I was there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I think I will just close it with the closing remarks. Mera साहब ज़्यादा हाथ मत उठाइए. He's giving me indication over time. I will make some comments for sure. Romita, one modern challenge you very rightly mentioned is the fake videos, fake photos, fake write-up, and let me tell you, it's a grave problem all over the world. Not only in maritime. I know I'm involved in some of the universities, and the things which are going around within the people, within the student, within the same college, it is really go in a very wrong way. And I'm happy you mentioned it is not only for females, it is happening to males also. So very thank you for taking up that cause. I don't know what is the solution. See, today we are talking risk. Everybody spoke about risk. Okay, but the solutions I do feel also come from seafarers themselves. No matter what they mentioned here, they also survived because of your own seafarer, your own team. That is the main thing. We are sitting far away, sir. We are giving you guidance, we are giving you support, maybe on the phone or whichever way. But on the spot, 25, 24, whatever people on board, you are the main team, and you are on the spot looking, facing the problem and solving yourself. So hats off to all the seafarers. That's why today also we were celebrating, all the companies are celebrating Day of the Seafarer. we had a brief function in our embassy. Many people came from the media also. So we say over there, we may be honoring them today. We may be honoring them today, but thanking them always. That's my last word. Thank you. I will also like to call Mr. Rai. Rai sir. Captain Kalia wanted to give one suggestion. Yes, please say that, sir. Rai sir, I must mention you, and we'll be calling the people now, so please, families.
Actually, we are running short of time, so I will not take much time. But I only would like to request if anybody is there from the better halves of the seafarers who are on the dais, if you have anything to say, you are most welcome to say on here. You are welcome here. Any better half, whether wife or
Okay, very nice, very nice.
Any question?
Madam, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Hello everyone, I'm Mrs. Gauri Patankar, Captain Amol Patankar's wife. So it was a very difficult and emotional time. I mean, the situation and the news coming on social media, that would give anxiety every day. I used to live with anxiety every day. I used to wait for his call, and whenever he used to call, he never mentioned anything, the difficulties and all he was going through. But the news especially, they were giving the anxiety. But thankfully he returned back safely. Thank you.
So you really tasted and experienced the
Sanjeev
life
sir.
of a seafarer when he's away from home for days together. Any more?
Yes.
Easier.
Hello everybody, I am Ashwini Suryavanshi, wife of Sanjay Suryavanshi, Chief Engineer. Even my husband was sailing on board in the Persian Gulf when the conflict started. And actually, firstly, I didn't know the seriousness. I thought that the war will end within 1 week or 10 days like that, and the situation will become normal. But after that, the tension started rising. He didn't tell much about his difficulties there. Even I didn't ask him because everything was out of control of everybody. I mailed the company, DG Shipping Office, the union. The union responded immediately. I want to mention it specially and also thank the union members. The DG Shipping Office didn't respond till today. They didn't even acknowledge the mail. At least I want to suggest something like some stereotype or at least they should acknowledge the mail that means हमको कोई सुन रहा है गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, ये तो हमको विश्वास आना चाहिए. That's the thing. और मैं इनकी कंपनी मैनेजमेंट जो सीनर्जी थी उनको मैं बहुत स्पेशली थैंक्स करना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत फॉलोअप किया, क्योंकि मेरी बेटी का ग्रेजुएशन था, मई में प्रपोज था, और ये फरवरी से तो हमने सब, और उसको मैंने बताया नहीं था क्योंकि उसको मालूम नहीं था कि इनकी शिप कहाँ पे है. और ही यूज्ड टू कॉल मी एंड हर ऑल्सो देयर रेगुलरली, मीन्स 2-3 times a day. तो उसको कुछ मालूम ही नहीं था कि हमने बोला था कि हिज शिप इज इन द नियर साउथ अफ्रीका एंड ऑल दैट. वी डिडंट टेल हर दैट द शिप इज इन पर्शियन गल्फ. So I follow the company management daily. I used to call them, और उन्होंने, और thankfully ये तो मैं मीन्स गॉड का ही है कि वो जो सीज़फायर का थोड़ा टेंशन रिलीज हो गया, और फिर 10 दिन में द कंपनी मैनेज टू अरेंज ये इनका रिलीवर और वो सब. उनको भी मीन्स हमारा टेंशन वो फैमिली के ऊपर गया, ऐसा हो गया. ये तो मीन्स अच्छा नहीं है कि किसी कोई भी फैमिली मेम्बर्स टेंशन में रहे और ये वॉर सिचुएशन रहती रहे, लेकिन ये तो अपने हाथ में नहीं है. तो कंपनी ने अरेंज किया और मैंने उनको डेली मैंने फॉलोअप किया, तो उन्होंने कभी भी ऐसे इरिटेट नहीं हुए मुझे। मैंने बाद में उनको सॉरी भी बोला, लेकिन ये सेफली आ गए 14 अप्रैल को। और हमको तो 1 मई को जाना था, 1 अप्रैल को US उसकी ग्रेजुएशन के लिए। तो ये सिचुएशन आती रहती है। तो जैसे सबने बोला, तो मैं भी जॉब करती थी, और मुंबई वालों के लिए भी डेली सब ये ट्रेन का आना जाना ये सब टफ है और रिस्क है वहाँ पे भी। लेकिन ऐसी सिचुएशन में शिप वालों के लिए तो और भी, सी फेयरर्स के लिए ज़्यादा ये रहती है। तो और मैं मुझे ये तो दिस इज़ नॉट द प्लेटफॉर्म, बट आई विश कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट मीन्स SCI मीन्स इंडियन फ्लैग ऑनर्स के लिए वगैरह उन्होंने किए होंगे, लेकिन ये तो इनकी शिप जैपनीज़ थी कंपनी, तो उनके लिए कुछ एफर्ट्स गवर्नमेंट ने किए कि नहीं, मुझे आइडिया नहीं है, तो वो भी आप सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं सर। बीइंग
थैंक यू।
कौन आ रहा है?
Thank you so much. I only will reiterate what our chief guest of the day assured all of you, all the seafarers, that the main concern of the Director General of Shipping has been the safety and security. So please be assured of that. And Subham, would you like to add something while Rojiman is away?
Yes, I am the only boy standing here because I am standing here on behalf of Romita. I have been in relationship with her last 10 years. And when I told my family that I want to marry this girl, so they asked me what she is doing. So I told them she is seafarers. And at the moment I told them that she is seafarers, they were like, "Yeah, seafarer, how you going to manage your family life? Because at a certain time you have to be with her, and she will be at sea, and how you are going to manage?" And I myself working as a loco pilot in Indian Railways, so I have to be away from my family. So if you both of you will be away from your family, then how you going to manage? When it took 5 years to explain that we both will manage, and during
And now we both are managing now.
So, during Corona time, 9 months she was on board, and it was a very hectic and mental stressful for me, and as well for her also. But thank to God she came back safely, and I will just finish my my statement with one thing, that whether it is girl or boy, both need same support from family, because family is the most important thing, which give mental strength and emotional balance to them, and increases their efficiency at work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I will, before I hand over to Dr. Deepti, I must also acknowledge the efforts of Captain Darukar. He has been with us, all the panelists, everybody. People don't know, we know. He has been guiding the whole panelists, sitting with us, sharing his views. So thank you, Captain Darukar, for giving us your late hours to the
Thank you.
panelists.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to all our speakers for a thoughtful and enlightening discussion, and also the family members who have shared their experience with us. I would request Captain Abdul Kalam Azad sir to please come on stage to felicitate our speakers.
Maybe Romita, getting married also is one of the challenges.
Captain Mukesh Kalia sir.
उस बच्चे ने अच्छा बोला.
Captain Mukesh Kalia sir. So you can come forward so that, yeah. Thank you, Captain Mukesh. Captain Rajesh Sawant. Captain Rajesh Sawant. Thank you, sir. Captain Amol Patankar. Thank you. Mr. Malikarjun Madolikar. Thank you, sir. So one second, yeah. Mr. Sanjay Suryavanshi. and Ms. Romita Bundela. And now for a wonderful moderator, Captain MP Basin, sir. He's one person who is a seafarer by heart, and he can go any lines to do anything for seafarers. Thank you so much, sir. You all can come forward for a group picture. Thank you so much, everyone. And now for the star moment of the day. Thank you, thank you. The maritime profession is not only about ships and commerce, it's also about people, culture, and community. To celebrate the spirit and diversity of a seafaring fraternity, we now present a cultural program performed by members of the maritime schools. For taking us through this beautiful segment, I would like to call upon Mrs. Bharti Bhandarkar, the head of Women's Wing in NMDC. Bharti ma'am, over to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, maritime professionals, faculty members, cadets, and dear friends. On behalf of National Maritime Day Celebration Committee, I warmly welcome you all for the Day of the Seafarers Cultural Program. Today, we gather to celebrate the men and women who sail beyond horizon, connecting nations, supporting economics, and keeping the global trade moving. While their work often goes unseen, their contribution is felt across every corner of the world. This evening is a tribute to the courage, dedication, resilience, and unwavering commitment to the duty. Through the series of inspiration performance, stories, and creative expressions, we honor the spirit of seafarers and the value they define this noble profession. Let us begin the first skit, Life Journey of a Seafarer. You see the white uniform, the attractive salary, with a passport filled with stamps from around the world. Many call it a dream life and an endless adventure across the sea. But behind this glamour lies an ocean of sacrifice that those ashore seldom witness. Welcome to the real world of Merchant Navy, where every privilege is earned through hard work, discipline, solitude, and silence perseverance. The cadets of Great Eastern Institute of Maritime Study, Lonavala, presents Life Journey of a Seafarer. The performers are Aditya Padol, Satapsh Pal, Deepak Janman, Rohan Seal, Harsh Avasti, Adol Kurukeos, Hardik Tandel, Bhavesh Verma, Krish Patel, Dhruv Tandel, Bhargav Shai, Eric Chettiar, Lakshmi Kant. Over to Life Journey of the Seafarer.
You see the crisp white uniform with a high salary and a passport full of foreign stamps. You call it a dream life. But let us show you the real world of the merchant navy.
So, how are you all and how has been going?
I was laid off from my company.
Why? What happened?
I have done some nonsense.
As usual. Expected. So, tell me about you.
Arey bro, you know about my IT job now. It's very stressful and my boss is giving very pressure. Ayyo.
True, yaar. And look at our chief engineer here. He works only 6 months in a year and then disappear from the planet. हमें तो लीव भी नहीं मिलती भाई.
तू कॉर्पोरेट जॉब, मेरे पास सब है, सारा बिजनेस है, अच्छा पैसा है. But look at our chief engineer. He is doing his job, roaming around the world without any stress. Full मजानी life है.
Arey, you got it all wrong. You know, you are just swimming in shallow waters. Today, let me take you to a deep dive in the oceans. नीचे नीचे.
Come fast, come fast. Form a line.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, morning. Hey, what are you doing?
He is late, sir.
Sit down, sit down. Do duck walk. Always late.
Sir, he's saying something to you. Even you should try doing duck walk.
Hey, sit down. Do duck walk. What he said?
Duck walk, sir.
Meet me after PT. Go for 2 rounds. Go to your class, fast.
पीछे.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning. Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Do you guys remember what I did on the last class?
What we did in the last class?
You remember?
Sir, it was fuel wall, sir.
Hey, you! Stand up! Why are you speaking in between?
Sorry, sir.
Tell me the operation of fuel wall.
Sir, operation of fuel was, sir, shut the fuel and pump the fuel, sir.
Oh, acha. Shut your mouth and go stand out. Hey, you! Wake up! What are you doing here?
Sir, I was trying to recollect the answer, sir.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
No, sir.
Don't do bullshit over here. Get out of my class.
Sorry, sir.
Through strict discipline and teamwork, the marine engineer graduates and is ready to face the life at sea.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
For the first time at sea, the cadet becomes a TME.
So sorry, I got.
क्या 5 साल 4 महीने हो गए फिर भी आप लेट ही आ रहे हो. हमेशा का है इसका. याद है पीओपी के टाइम पे क्या बोला था?
क्या बोला था?
ज्वाइन करने के बाद दुनिया घूमेंगे, कंट्री देखेंगे, पेरिस का एफिल टावर देखेंगे, थाईलैंड की गलियां देखेंगे. देखी?
बट ये हम लोग क्या देख रहे हैं? इंजन रूम की गलियां.
गलियां? ये गलियां तो मैं कई सदियों से देख रहा हूँ.
Control, fitter साहब, control. You know, even I thought that I'll be enjoying the roller coaster ride in Dubai.
रोलर कोस्टर राइड इन दुबई.
बट यहाँ अपने नसीब में क्या लिखा है? शिप की रोलिंग एंड पिचिंग. वो सब तो ठीक है, बट आज का दिन बहुत शुभ है.
शुभ?
For the very first time, the chief engineer didn't even yell at me.
Who? Our chief engineer?
Yes.
नहीं, ये तूफान आने से पहले की शांति है.
मेरी माँ की दुआएं तो काम कर रही है.
What's up? Come here. लो आ गया तूफान.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What's going on there?
So we're just checking the valve.
Okay, just do one thing. Bring me outside micrometer. Do you know what it is?
Yes, sir, yes, I know.
Bring it fast.
Okay, sir.
Fitter साहब, तुम इधर आओ.
But इस आपको outside micrometer.
इसकी threading करके लाके दो.
Outside. पक्का?
हाँ पक्का फिटर साहब ने यही बताया.
Sir, outside micrometer.
What is this?
Micrometer.
Outside micrometer.
It's outside micrometer.
Yes.
Idiot, it's an inside micrometer. Don't know anything. Just do one thing. Clean the bilges.
Sir, sorry, sir.
Go fast.
Go.
Why are you laughing? You also join. Get lost.
Sorry sir.
Don't know anything.
Hey, Pan Saab, come here.
अब second engineer की बारी.
चलो.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning sir.
Good morning. Hey, it's all right. Everybody does mistakes during their first shift. The only difference is whether you're willing to learn from it or not. Stick around, man. You will be fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you sir.
Not everyone is as rude as our chief engineer. Some are really good.
चीफ इंजीनियर थोड़ा तो खड़ूस है.
Hectic day. So many messages. माँ का मैसेज.
बेटा दिवाली आ रही है. खाने कब आया है? तेरी बहुत याद आ रही है.
Even I miss you, mom.
भाई क्या हाल है? कहाँ है आजकल? While you are busy sailing oceans, everyone around you is getting married.
That's very
By the
true.
way, even my wedding is fixed now.
Even he is getting
You still
married.
have time. You are quite young. Quit this merchant navy and try land life. How long will you do this long distance relationship with life? Come on.
Chin up, sailor. Your emotions can wait, but the ship won't.
Drills with the sweat and grease of a TME. He embraced the grind. He traded family milestones, sleepless nights, yet his dedication never faltered. Today, he stands tall as a chief engineer, the master of the engine room.
क्या हो गया? देना छोड़. So now, you know about my life. You have only seen the gold on my shoulders, but you have never seen the dirt inside my nails. So this is the life of a chief engineer. Let's cheers on this.
We sacrifice our youth to training, our festivals to the engineering, and our love to the distance. The uniform carries freedom, but the heart beneath it carries the weight of the entire ocean.
What a wonderful portrayal of reality of a seafarer life. As the performer reminds us, the next time you see us sailing into the sunset, remember you see only the surface of our waves, not the depth of the struggle. We sacrifice our youth to training, our festivals to the engine room, and our loved ones to distance. The uniform may carry glamour, but the heart beneath it carries the weight of the entire ocean. Let us give the team of Great Eastern Maritime Studies another well-deserved round of applause. The spirit of Nari Shakti finds captivating expression through the classical Bharatnatyam. Cadet Sitija Morris from AMET, Institute of Science and Technology, Maersk Center of Excellency. Performing this powerful composition, Aigiri Nandini, she brings to the life the strength, the courage, the divine energy symbolized by Goddess Durga. Over to Cadet Sitija Morris.
लहरों से लड़ती, तूफानों से टकराती, हर सीमा को तोड़कर आगे बढ़ जाती। सागर की गहराई भी जिसको रोक ना पाई, वो नारी है जिसने अपनी पहचान बनाई। Good evening, everyone. I, Character Kshitija Morris, feel honored today and sincerely grateful for this opportunity to perform on this special occasion. The maritime industry is no longer just a man's world. Today, women are navigating ships, leading teams, making critical decisions, and proving that courage and capability knows no gender. Empowering women in maritime is important because every woman who breaks a barrier creates opportunities for many more to follow. Their presence brings strength, resilience, leadership, and a fresh perspective to an industry that connects the world. कहते हैं कभी कि ये दुनिया पुरुषों की है, पर इतिहास गवाह है जीत नारी की है। पन्याध्याय का त्याग कर कल्पना का उड़ान, हर युग में नारी ने रचा नया सम्मान। Through my performance today, I wish to celebrate the spirit of women seafarers across the globe. I believe that every woman is a form of Devi, strong, fearless, and capable of overcoming any challenges with grace and determination. उठो, बढ़ो, चमको, ये संदेश हमारा है। नारी का साहस ही जग का सच्चा सितारा है। धरती हो या सागर, हर क्षेत्र में यही पुकार, नारी शक्ति अमर रहे, नारी का हो जय जयकार। Thank you, and I hope you enjoy my performance.
उस फाइल्स की गहराई में, तभी मेरे पीछे से एक आवाज आती है, अरे सर आप अभी तक गए नहीं, रात के 11 बज गए। मैं होश में आया। मैं कहता नहीं नहीं समीर, मैं बस जा ही रहा था। तुम एक काम करो, तुम फाइल्स ना वो टेबल पे रख दो, मैं भी निकलता हूँ बस। समीर फाइल्स टेबल पे रखने लगता है। तभी मैं उसे पीछे से आवाज देता और मैं कहता कि समीर तुम चमत्कार में मानते हो क्या? समीर मेरी ओर मुड़ता और कहता कि हाँ, I mean, सिर्फ भगवान होते हैं तो चमत्कार भी होते ही होंगे। समीर मेरी ओर मुड़ता और बोलता कि लेकिन सर अचानक आप ऐसी अजीब सी बातें क्यों कर रहे हो? मैं कहता पता नहीं यार, पता है लोग जब समुद्र को देखते हैं ना, उन्हें खूबसूरत सीनरीज दिखती है, ब्यूटीफुल सनसेट्स दिखते हैं, एक खूबसूरत जहाज दिखता है, मगर मैं जब समुद्र को देखता हूँ ना, मुझे वो एक मायाजाल लगता है, मौत का मंजर दिखता है, एक ऐसी जगह जहां गलती की गुंजाइश सिर्फ 0 होती है। अपने 10 साल के एक्सपीरियंस में एज अ मैरिटाइम सर्वेयर, एज अ केस इन्वेस्टिगेटर, मैंने न जाने कितने केसेस पढ़े हैं, कितनी फाइल्स पढ़ी है, कितने कप्तान देखे हैं, कितने गलत फैसले देखे हैं, लेकिन ये जो मैं अभी देख रहा हूं ना, ये किसी चमत्कार से कम नहीं है। समीर कहता कि बट सर हुआ क्या, ऐसा क्या है इस फाइल में? मैं कहता समीर सुनो, तुम बैठो, तुम्हें एक कहानी सुनाता। 12 जून की बात थी, रात के तकरीबन 2:38 हो रहे होंगे। ऑफिसर पे थी हमारी सेकंड ऑफिसर साहिबा। तभी शिप के वीडीआर ब्लैक बॉक्स पे एक आवाज कैप्चर होती है साहिबा की। वो अपने हस्बैंड से बात कर रही होती है। वो कहती हेलो हेलो, आवाज आ रही है? यार वापस नेट कट गया। वो वॉइस नोट खोलती है और वो कहती हाय, शायद नेट वापस कट गया इसलिए तुम्हें वॉइस नोट भेज रही हूँ। आई नो यू आर वरीड अबाउट मी, बट तुम ये ना बेकार की न्यूज़ मत देखा करो यार, ये कुछ भी दिखाते हैं। ट्रस्ट मी, आई एम ऑल फाइन, आई एम ऑल गुड। बस आज रात की बात है और कल सुबह मैं इस वॉर जोन से बाहर होंगी। आवाज रुकती है, फिर टूटती है। वो कहती सुनो, I miss you, I miss everybody। यार डर लग रहा है यार। I know ये सब कुछ आज रात खत्म हो जाएगा, कल we'll be in safe harbor, but पता नहीं यार, मैं 3 दिन से सोई नहीं हूँ, कोई नहीं सोया है मेरे शिप पे। जब भी किसी फ्लैश को देखती हूँ तो ऐसा लगता है जैसे अभी कोई ड्रोन आएगा और हमारे शिप पे अटैक होगा। रात को 3-3, 4 पता भी नहीं है यार कब उठ रही हूँ। ऐसा लगता है अगला आवाज जो है ना मिसाइल का होगा और वो हमारी शिप पे गिर रहा होगा। टूट गई हूँ यार, जस्ट वांट टू कम टू यू, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए। तभी शिप पे ना एक बहुत तेज शटर साउंड आता है। ये जो आवाज अभी टूट चुकी थी ना, उसमें कमांड दिखता है, हेल्समैन स्टेटस। हेल्समैन कहता कोर्स 185 डिग्रीज ट्रू मैम, अप्रोचिंग नॉर्थ वेस्ट कॉरिडोर, बट स्टीयरिंग फील्स लिटिल टाइट मैम। तभी शिप पर पूरा अंधेरा छा जाता है। ब्रिज पर लाल इमरजेंसी लाइट हकमकाने लगती है। समीर मुझसे रोक के पूछता सर फिर क्या हुआ? फिर हुआ चमत्कार। पीछे से कप्तान आते हैं, वो पूछते सेकंड ऑफिसर स्टेटस। वो बताती Main engine tripped. HP line burst. We are stuck drifting, sir. Imagine तुम एक war zone में हो. एक ऐसा zone जहाँ पे शायद अगला शिकार तुम बन सकते हो. वहाँ पर you are stuck drifting. Walkie-talkie पे announce होता है कि sir, we will need at least 5 hours to fix this. Chief engineer की आवाज थी. डरी हुई, सहमी हुई. समीर मुझे वापस रोकता, पूछता सर फिर क्या हुआ. मैं कहता उस रात जंग चली. ब्रिज पर कप्तान शिप संभाल रहे थे, हर पॉसिबल रिस्क का जायजा कर रहे थे. इंजन रूम में चीफ इंजीनियर अलग जंग लड़ रहे थे. ये जंग ना 4.5 घंटे तक चली. 4.5 घंटे तक एक बंदा नहीं सोया. सब लगे पड़े थे. सुबह 7:20 शायद वॉकी टॉकी पर एक आवाज आती है, सर the issue is repaired. पता है कितनी अजीब बात है ना. हम जब नॉर्मली सीफेयरर्स की बात करते तो हम ऐसा सोचते हैं कि अच्छा पैसा है यार, अच्छी लाइफ है, यूनिफॉर्म है, बट नोबडी टॉक्स अबाउट द स्ट्रगल्स. नोबडी टॉक्स अबाउट कितनी रातें, कितनी इवेंट्स, खुद की शादी तक छोड़ देते हैं यार लोग, ताकि हमारी गाड़ी में वो पेट्रोल जा सके. कोरोना में सब कुछ ठप सा पड़ गया था, मगर जो एक चीज नहीं रुकी थी वो थी सीफेयरर्स. ये कहानी ना सिर्फ साहिबा की नहीं थी, ये कहानी थी हर वो सीफेयरर्स की, हर उस बंदे की जो अभी भी शिप पर है यार, जो अपना 100% दे रहा है. Those who have been working tirelessly. Well, this was a small tribute from my side. ये कहानी किसी रंग की तौहीन करने के लिए नहीं था, ये बस एक स्मॉल छोटा सा ट्रिब्यूट था. आई होप आपको पसंद आया हो. दैट्स बीन माय टाइम. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you, Saksham Saiwal, for that moving and thought-provoking performance. The static between us beautifully captured the invisible sacrifice and the unbreakable teamwork of our merchant mariners. It reminds us that behind the smooth flow of global trade, there are ordinary crew showing extraordinary unity under pressure from bridge to the depth of the engine room. Saksham's portrayal reminds us that when crisis strikes out at sea, it is absolutely professionalism and coordination that guides our seafarers safely home. Truly showcase the theme, carrying world trade, carrying the risk. Thank you, Saksham, and a big round of applause to Saksham. Over to Dipti Mankar. Thank you.
Thank you all for the wonderful performance. I would like to invite Dr. Sudhir Kohagde sir on stage. We would like to present a token of gratitude from us to all the performers today. As I call out your name, please come on stage. I would also request Mrs. Bharti Bhandarkar ma'am to join sir, as she was instrumental in bringing this entire cultural part to all of us today. Thank you so much, Bharti ma'am. The first team which performed, Great Eastern Cadets, could you please join us on stage? The performers. So they did a wonderful skit for all of us, which showed us the journey of a seafarer. Let's hear it for the boys of Great Eastern. Next, I would Next, I would like to call upon our storyteller, Cadet Shaksham Sehwal from MTI SEI.
I just want to say two things. This skit was prepared yesterday night at 12:30 by both of us.
Okay.
Just to appreciate the efforts of Saksham, that this skit, we were trying a lot of skits. He said this is the best one, and at 12:30 we finalized it, and this is what was the presentation. He's a true artist.
Thank you. And also, no, she's gone to change, so she's not here right now. Sudhir sir, vote of thanks. So as we approach the conclusion of today's program, I invite Dr. Sudhir Kohagde, IRS Deputy Director General of Shipping and Member Secretary, NMDC Central Committee, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Before I request Dr. Sudhir sir for his vote of thanks, as a mark of and token of our appreciation, I will request him to give a memento to today's compare, Madam Deepthi Mankad. Please, please. Deepthi, thank you so much for a nice performance. Very well done.
Thank you, sir.
Secretary General, International Maritime Organization, has aptly said, without the seafarer, there would be no shipping, and shipping is a lifeline for the global trade. Honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, members of the maritime fraternity, and respected seafarer, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. It is my proud privilege as the Member Secretary of National Maritime Day Celebration Central Committee to propose the vote of thanks on this meaningful occasion on the Day of Seafarer 2026, carried under the global theme, Carrying World Trade, Carrying the Risk. Today we have gathered to recognize and honor the extraordinary dedication, resilience, sacrifice of our seafarer who form the backbone of the global trade and ensure the uninterrupted movement of the essential good across the world's ocean. This celebration has also reminded us of the immense responsibility borne by the seafarer, often under the challenging and uncertain circumstances. At the outset, I express our sincere gratitude to our Honorable Minister, Shri Sarbanand Sonowal ji, for his inspiring message, conveying the government's unwavering commitment towards the welfare and empowerment of the seafarer. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Shri Vijay Kumar, Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterway, for his encouraging message highlighting the ministry's action and vision for strengthening the India's maritime sector. Our sincere appreciation also goes to IMO Secretary General Arsenio Dominguez for his valuable message reinforcing the global importance of this year's theme and recognizing the remarkable contribution of the seafarer worldwide. I also place on record our sincere gratitude to our DG, who because of some unforeseen situation and his prior commitment could not attend, but we are grateful to him for his visionary leadership, unwavering guidance and steadfast commitment towards the growth of the India's maritime sector. I also convey our sincere thanks to our chief guest, Shri Sushil Mansingh Kopde, Additional Director General, for his motivating address and his continued guidance towards strengthening the welfare, safety, and professional development of Indian seafarer. I express my profound gratitude to Captain Somraj, Director, Shipping Corporation of India, and Chairman, NMDC Organizing Committee, for his inspiring keynote address. A special appreciation to the Director General of Shipping and Seafarer Welfare Fund Society for their continued effort towards enhancing welfare initiative and strengthening the facilities for the Indian seafarer. I also extend my heartfelt congratulations on behalf of the Director General of Shipping to all meritorious seafarers who have been felicitated today for their outstanding academic performance during the year 2025. Our sincere compliment also goes to MASA for providing educational grants to deserving female cadets, thereby encouraging the greater participation of women in maritime profession. Our appreciation also to the NMDC Central Committee for the release of the NMDC Souvenir 2026, which beautifully capture the achievement, initiative, and spirit of the Indian maritime community. I also thank all the distinguished speakers, participants of the seminar on the theme Carrying the World Trade, Carrying the Risk. Their insightful deliberation have highlighted both the opportunities and challenges faced by the seafarer in today's global maritime environment. A special word of appreciation to all the talented performers who presented the cultural programs. Their performance added a warmth, color, and celebration to this important occasion. We equally are grateful to the cadets of the Shipping Corporation of India Maritime Training Institute for presenting a very disciplined and impressive guard of honor and for their active participation. On this solemn occasion, we also respectfully remember the seafarer who lost their lives during the recent Gulf crisis. May their courage, dedication, and sacrifice continue to inspire us all. I place on record my sincere thanks to all the members of the NMDC Central Committee, Organizing Committee, officers of the Director General of Shipping, Shipping Corporation of India, Maritime Training Institute, shipping companies, Maritime Association, volunteers, and each and every individual who have worked tirelessly behind the scene to make this event a success. I would like to place on record our sincere gratitude to SEEBS for graciously making this excellent auditorium available for today's celebration, thereby providing an ideal venue to commemorate the invaluable contribution of our seafarer. My heartfelt appreciation again goes to the decorator, mandap keepers, caterers, audio-visual technician, housekeeping staff, security personnel, and all event support teams whose meticulous planning, dedicated service, and seamless coordination ensured the smooth and successful conduct of today's event. I place my sincere appreciation on record to the print and electronic media for their continued support in highlighting the contribution of the Indian seafarer and promoting the awareness about the maritime sector. I also extend my sincere appreciation for the Master of Ceremony for conducting today's program with remarkable grace, professionalism, and warmth. Finally, my deepest gratitude goes to each one of you, our distinguished guests, maritime professional, cadets, awardees, participants, for your gracious presence and enthusiastic participation, which has made today's celebration truly memorable. As we conclude this program, let us reaffirm our collective commitment to supporting and respecting and empowering our seafarer, whose dedication keep the wheels of the global commerce moving every single day. With this word, I once again thank each one of you for your presence and contribution. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. So we have with us Deputy Parade Commander Cadet Kshitija Morris from Amit Maersk Center of Excellence, who had done a wonderful performance for us. So she's changed and she's here to receive. Thank you. Thank you, sir. As we conclude today's program, I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all for your gracious presence. But before we go for refreshments, and cadets, you need to be the loudest. I just wanted to do this before we end, as our Sir Khopade sir had said, and I resonate with it, that one day as we say Jai Hind, we should have Jai Navik also. So why not end the day today with loudly saying Jai Hind and Jai Navik? Can we do it? Yes. All right, let's do it. Jai Hind! Jai Navik! Thank you so much for your presence. Please join us for refreshments. Thank you so much.